Hey there, ladies and gents, Pops here. Welcome back to Saxlingham, where we have finished the wheat harvest for the two contracts we were doing. Anybody who will have seen the last episode, you know we need to make up for some fairly disastrous gameplay. So hopefully this time we're going to do a little bit better. Okay, so top right hand side you can see we have 3 mowing contracts, like so. Field 15, which is down in the bottom southwest corner of the map, and then 23 and 29 are in the riverside grassland area, like so, lead down to the ford, which is here. So we need to do those 3 fields. I think we're probably going to start with this to get it over and done with. We'll see how long that takes. That's 2.5 hectares, 2.7, 1.6. So none of them are massive fields. The one we're going to do first, the one down south, is sort of the middle-sized one. So we'll see how long this takes. Not quite sure where my entrance is there, but basically we go down the road, we turn left before we get to the sell points at the end. Let's get the mowing gear attached. Got my viewing position completely right, and my sitting position. Come on, Pop, sort yourself out. Can't reach the pedals. Okay. Got my domestics sorted out. Let's get on with the game. Okay, here we go. Shouldn't take us long to get there. So this is field 3 on the right, and the lay-by where we were parking our gear before we did the field 2, which is coming up on the right. Yeah, we made quite a mess of that, looking at all the tyre tracks. Never mind, doesn't belong to us anymore. The bank will have to sort that out. If they want us to do any work on it, they can pay us for some contract labour like everybody else does. They'll soon find out that the ownership of land is not something that comes without responsibilities. Okay, I believe it's down here. We're into sort of unknown territory here. Again, beautifully scenic. Ooh. And very bumpy. And the field we are looking for, we can hopefully get into. Yes, we can. There is actually a little track in. Is this one here? Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is hire a worker Then we can leave this to get on. I think I might then look at doing some other stuff while the AI worker does its thing. There we go, we're off. Just going to jump out and have a look at some of the scenery around here actually. Birdsong's beautiful. Look at the little stream and pond. All these little hidden bits that you'd never really necessarily find if you didn't come down to this area of the map. It's unimaginable the amount of work that's gone into this. I've said it before and I'll say it again, big up to Farms in Briscoe. Somebody probably needs to be doing some weeding in this field. Wowza. It's a big old field, that's a lot of sugar beet that is. Right. AR workers doing our grass. Let's crack on. So actually what we've done is we've taken on another contract and borrowed the items. So there's now 4 contracts. We've got 2 sets of mowing kit. So we can have 2 lots going at the same time, and we'll get these 4 contracts sorted out. It's what, 3:30 in the afternoon. I don't think this is going to take us very long. Calm down, dear. Right, so the next 3 fields are all up in the central northern part of the map, in what I'm calling the grasslands area beside the banks of the river. Stay on the road, pops, so we should be able to go down here. And the 3 locations will start appearing on our left hand side. Now all we have to do is work out how to get into each one of them. So there's an entrance to that first one. So this field on our left now we need to get into. There we go. There had to be a gate somewhere. Just shut the gate, otherwise it's going to get in our way when we come back round. Again, not a massive field, so it will hopefully be done in a relatively short period of time. Need the AI worker to make up their mind what they're doing. And away they go. Let's go and see how the first guy's doing. And we've come back to him just as he's doing the last row. Easy as that. That field's taken, what, less than 15 minutes? So there you go, contract finished. So now we need to take this. Let's just check out what our entry points are to the other two fields. 29 is the one we're currently working in. The entrance was here just before the ford. Now I'm assuming this 30 has an entrance on this road here. The more interesting one, these fields are actually fenced off, so you can't just drive over the fields. We will need to come in over this way. This is the big field, the very first one we contract harvested. So I'm thinking our little man who is in the southwest corner needs to be in the northeast corner. So let's go for a little drive. So this is 29 on our left hand side, and as you can see that is 82% done already. Let's cross over here. This is 30 again on the left. There appears to be an entrance there. That is the route we will take in to that field, but for now we are going to go to the furthest away and get that one started. By the time we've done that, the guy in field 29 who's on 88% will have finished, and we can set them off in the field that he's already next to. So you need to go left here, up to the main road and left again. Past the big wheat field and turn left into the field by the farm buildings. So turn in here. This on the left hand side is, this is interesting, look. This is the field. That only a few hours ago we harvested. You can still see the swaths. What's going on? Are these weeds? How have they sprung up in a space of a few hours? Anyway, not our field, so not our problem, but interesting nevertheless. Okay, so down here there are some interesting farm buildings up here. I think once we get to the we need to own some buildings stage, I need to maybe bear these in mind, given that there is the animal field site across the road. Okay, so we should be, there should be a road over through whatever the river over. There we go. And again, let's just pause momentarily to just appreciate the quality here. Look at the reflections in the water. Beautiful. Okay. This is our field. Again, no messing about. AI worker time. We need to get to the other tractor, which is now finished, as you can see, top right hand corner in 29, and we need to put them on onto field 30. Come on, Gate, you can go. There we go. Shove me out of the way, why don't you? Obviously, being countryside aware, we are going to remember to close the gate. Traumatised by that place on the right. If anybody saw the last episode, you'll know why. Can't see, can't see. Jump out, gate closed. No. There we go. Excuse me. Too old to be jumping over fences. And away we go. Fields number 3 and 4 underway. And that is less than half an hour, real time, or game time. Both the same thing, it's on times time. I'm sure in the real world all that wouldn't have been achieved in half an hour. See how long it takes them to finish all 4. And actually, looking back in here, there is only one more mowing contract, which is worth nearly £5.5 grand. Small field, only take 5 minutes. Seems a little bit, yeah, may as well. Yeah. Seems daft not to bother doing it, doesn't it? We may as well get. So those 2 are done. Those 2 are currently being worked on. That one is the tiny one on 28, which we've just picked up. So when these 2 are finished, I suspect he will finish first because of the size of the field. We'll just bring him back here, stick him in there, get that done, and then that's all the mowing contracts. What else do we have? Bale wrapping. See, again, easy money. Those 2. Fertilising. Big job. we'll take the contract equipment because it comes with the fertiliser. Yeah, I mean, we've got a spreader and we've obviously got a tractor, weights, but that fertiliser would cost more to buy the fertiliser than to just lease the equipment and take the fertiliser that's on offer. Likewise, could be fertilising contracts next. We're harvesting. We're definitely not taking that one because it has a triple hopper and the destination is the place by the ford, and maybe it's just me being pathetically stupid, but there's no way that triple hopper goes into that yard, as I discovered to my cost in the last episode. So we could obviously take the contract and just use a different trailer, but point of principle maybe. Again, that is a big wagon to get into that yard. I need to go and have a look at that yard. I must have been doing something wrong. There's maybe a back way in by motorway or something. And again, spraying, tethering. It's fairly simple, isn't it? There are plenty of options. So this is the nice little boat there. This is that grain drop-off area. There's definitely nowhere in the back to come into this area. There's concrete bollards all the way around, including immediately behind the silo and down the side there. So you have to come in through this entrance. The problem with this entrance is these. This is not a very wide road. To get a triple hopper turned on an Arctic wagon into here, the only way the front goes, the front hopper would empty, is if you pull him forward. You'd then need to come out, turn all the way around here, back in for the back hopper. The problem is the middle of the three hoppers, and the only way I got it to do it, more by accident than anything else, was by tripping my wheels over there. But once I did that, I was well and truly stuck. See, nobody can deny how beautiful this area is, but it's massively impractical. Yeah, I think we are going to seriously avoid contracts that involve bringing anything other than a medium-sized trailer down into this yard. I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm just saying that I'm quite mediocrely talented and it's not possible for me. Let's get back to doing some grass. So field 30 is nearly done. She has made swift work of this, our AI worker. She's just got one final strip, and then she can go to the other small field that we just took on, just to finish off the mowing jobs. The other field was obviously a bit bigger and it's taking longer, but it's still 47% done. There we go, that's the contract finished on this field. Just because we don't like to leave it undone. Let's let her finish what she's doing. Like so. Okay. We need to put that up like that. We need to put that up like that. And then we need to remember where the gate is. There we go. Just quickly jump out. Open the gate. Take two. Open the gate. Jump in the tractor. Gate looks wider when you're outside. So it's not far down here. Through the ford. Past the first one we did. And it is the next field. And again, I presume there is an entrance on this road. Yeah. It's a very narrow gate. And away we go. We're off. I don't think this field is going to take very long at all. It's just literally a rectangle. Five-minute job. Let's go back and check on the more complicated 23. where I think the issue for the worker isn't so much the size of the field, but the shape, which I think the AO worker is possibly struggling with a bit. That's why it's taking so long. When I say so long, it's hardly taking any time at all, but it's taking longer than the other fields. Looks like she's got a route worked out, so just a few more minutes and we will be finished in here as well. Just taken over from the AI worker so we can claim to have at least done some of this work ourselves. Not a lot, obviously, because there's not a lot left. So we're 98% done. Nine. Missed the bit. There we go, contract finished. That's another one done. There we go, and it does look like contract on 28 is also nearly done. Let's put this lot away and we can get this back to the dealership. We have now finished with the mowing gear. Stay out of the trees, Pops. The other contract is indeed completed. So I'll get these two, this one and the other one, back to the dealership, returned, and at that point we will decide what's happening next. It is only 4:30, so there's still plenty of daytime left in which to do some more contracts, which is, thank you, which is what we're going to do. But for now, I think that's a good point to end this episode. I will go away, talk to some people about contracts, get some equipment, and see what we're going to be doing in the next episode. In the meantime, thank you for sticking with me. As usual, be good, stay safe, and I'll see you all again very soon.